Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome here to Al Habtoor Polo Resort and Club in Dubai, the United Arab Emirates, for our first of our semi-finals in the Bentley Gold Cup 2024. And this will be between Dubai Wolves by Cafu in the red and maroon shirts against UAE Polo in the white. A great drone shot there of the two fields on one side of the hotel. We've got the two teams just lining up there on the far side to get this match underway. 5 chukkers to see who will go through into the finals on Saturday. And therefore our lineups are for Dubai Wolves by Cafu, playing with the number 1 shirt. Playing with the number 1 shirt is Benka Pinello on 7 goals. With the number 2, it is Habtoor Al Habtoor with 1 goal. At number 3, it is Felix Hussein on 6, and also on 6 goals. At the back door, it is the safe houses himself, Mr. Santiago Laborde. And for the UAE Polo, playing at number 1, it is Her Highness Sheikh Maitha bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum on 0. At number 2, it is Fedivon Potovsky on 5. At 3, it is young Lukin Monteverde on 7 goals. And, of course, the man at the back door there for the UAE, it is the one and only Tommy Beresford on 8. Both teams accumulating 20 goals in their handicap. This is an open tournament, of course. We have Bangash playing in the next game against Habtoor Polo, who are on 19, but no handicap can be given. And we have the umpires out on the field, Matthias Babeni and Jason Dixon, with Peter Wright as third man. So the two teams look like they're going to be lining up there on the far side. There with Jason Dixon to start the match off. Please get in touch with us at Polo Line. OK for Instagram at Polo Line Int on Facebook, and at Polo Line TV, of course, on YouTube. To view this, jump onto YouTube or also onto Polo Line Int on Facebook. Drop us a message and tell us where you're calling in from. We'll see if you can give you a shout out. This being the crux end of the season of the high goal at Dubai. So let's see how we go. The ball's into play and we're off with our first semi-final. Middle line out, coming with his Hussein. Just deviates off that one a bit. Fede looking for a little bit of something onto that one there. Checks up, comes back inside. In behind him is Laborde. Laborde takes it in. Fede goes in there to look after Hussein. He flips that one up forward here now. Up there for Pinello, but first to surface with it will be Beresford, and Beresford picks that one up. But again, it is now going to be Pinello who sends that one up forward here this time. Up here now for Laborde, coming through at pace. Laborde's got some great ponies and some speed on him, but it looks like Beresford's managing to get back to him. No, Lucchini is rather, but he didn't quite manage to keep the hook. Goes with the backhand, flicks that one away. And out over the back line it goes, actually. So, good work there. It wasn't Beresford, it was actually Lucchini coming back at pace at him there. Let's have a look at this replay. You can see he managed to close the gap on him. Goes up forward onto him. Gets a little bit of a hook, and at the last minute just manages to take that ball off the back line, off the actual goal line as it were, but it ends up over the back line. And so we'll have our first corner of this match. Just wide of the goal mouth, being teed up there by Pinello. Glorious afternoon here in Dubai. So in the mid-20s. A nice cooling breeze. So a penalty 6 here now for Tommy Pinello. Pinello comes up on this one. It's high. Is it straight enough? Yes, it looks like. Oh, no, it's gone wide. Flagman thought it was, but the goal judge standing on the post, saying it just drifted wide to the left-hand side. So now the ball will be placed on the back line here for Federico von Potovsky to bring into play. Fede bringing it forward here now. Tommy goes out towards the Villa side. Goes that option there, does Potovsky. He darted out that way, then came back up the middle. The backhand comes in by Pinello. Sent further on its way there by Laborde. But first onto it is going to be Potovsky coming through at pace, trying to get that up to Beresford. Beresford ball. He gets hooked off out of it. Laborde sends the backhand. Lukin's in there to close that back door once again. Gets a good acute backhand across the field here. But looking to pick that one up and avoiding the hook there is Laborde. Picks it up on that near side. Comes forward once again, but this time showing a little bit too much of that one there for Potowski. Potowski gets the backhand. Trying to get up onto this one there was Beresford, but first surface with it there will be Pinello. Turns back in towards the players here now. Just okay, and he goes forward once again. Here does Pinello. Pinello comes forward with the play. Beresford going back at him. He goes with a long shot, tries to get that one off, but it falls there for Beresford. Beresford comes in with the backhand. Pinello thought he was just impeded in his right of way to get to that play, but it's now going to be Laborde. Settle things down. Lukin there on top of him, just pushing him away a little bit on that one. He just turns, faces up. Lukin this time has to yield off it. Pinello takes up the play and fizzes that one up forward here now. Looking for Laborde on that near side. Good defensive play by Potowski. Potowski's ball up, picking that one up here now is Lukin. Checks, comes back inside there of Hussain. Has to yield. Goes forward, leaves it now for Beresford. Beresford, the boys got running forward, seeing they can unleash that arm there of Beresford, and he sends that one clear up the front door here now. Going back onto this one here, Mather gets herself straightened up onto it, but it's now going to be Pinello to pick it up and turn and face defence back into attack once more. It is Benka Pinello. Benka strives this one forward, cut out of the play there by Lukin. Slightly changed the line, but not quite enough as far as the umpires were concerned for Laborde to come onto. Let's see on that replay. See, the ball comes up forward. It does, but it doesn't really change enough of a line there for Santi to get onto. So the umpires blew the whistle on that one there. And so the ball's going to be teed up there by Potowski as Beresford's changing. There with Lukin Monteverdi. So just teeing that ball up. And players to be called. Earlier on the tournament, it was always going to be Beresford taking these halves from the back line, but now we have Ferry taking them from the hit-ins. But of course, further up the field, it all goes to Beresford, and look, the man, he gives that ball a ride, and up the field it is. It just drops down a little bit wide. Looking for the cut shot is Potowski at pace, but it just goes wide. Running onto that one well was Federico von Potowski, but it just goes a little bit wide. You see a good cut shot there by him, read the play well and got onto the line. But so the ball's now placed on the back line, and it looks like it is going to be Hussain to bring it in. As the ball they just changed, as did Pinello. Gets that one up forward, picks it on the meat, does Laborde, turns, faces, sends it first time up here now for Felix Hussain. Felix looking for the bouncing ball, couldn't quite pick that one up, but in comes Pinello to help him out. But Beresford's going to be onto this one here next. Beresford checks up, turns, comes back inside. He has Laborde in front. Pinello in there. Trying to look after, see the ducking and darting going on there by Lukin, trying to get away, but Laborde looks after the man and goes back to the play and leaves it now for Hussain. Hussain picks it up, gets it stolen away from him in there. Backhand comes in there by Lukin and sends that one through the goal. Lukin Monteverdi opening up the scores here now, meaning business this afternoon. He's quick, he's sharp, he's had the pep talk, and a beautiful goal there by Lukin Monteverdi. Comes in, posts it on the near side, plays that backhand straight through the goals. Great goal there by Lukin Monteverdi. 1 goal to the UAE. So Lukin quickly hops off and changes, and back to the middle of the field it is for Dixon to bring it into play once more. Goes up out the back of the lineup. Pinello comes away, tries to flick it away. There does Pinello, but gets the hook. It's left there for Laborde as the team go up forward, getting a bit of protection there from Hussain. Laborde taps it up forward, up there. Comes onto his near side and takes it away from Potowski as he realised he had done. Potowski thought it held up a little bit, which just shortened his momentum. It's going to be Laborde to take this all the way, and he does, and puts a beautiful goal through to Santiago Laborde, levelling up the scores here in Chucker number 1. With just over 2 minutes left to play. A nice play there by Santi. He saw that Potowski was just checking up a little bit, allowing him to get forward onto it and steal it on that near side. Incredibly strong on the near side is Santiago Laborde. And then finishes that one off nicely. So the two teams back to the middle of the field. First 4 minutes were a little quiet there with the goals, but now we started to open up and wake up a little bit. The ball gets left behind, they've all paired off, and it was the same thinking, well, is that the right ball? And he's picked it up here now and now leaves it for Laborde. Laborde sends this up forward here for Pinello. Pinello running onto that one well, straightens himself up a little bit, is what he's going to have to do here now. He has Tommy in behind, Potowski there with him. Goes with the tail backhand. The backhand comes off the pony, and it's going to be Beresford to pick this one up. In comes Habtor to try and put the pressure on him there. He's held off it there by Potowski. Goes with the man. Here's the call. Comes off the pony. Tries to pick that one up. Does Pinello, but it's going to be Lukeen. Lukeen once again picks it up and sends that forward up the front door here now. And looking to pick it up on the near side there does Potowski. Potowski hooked off out of it, but Lukeen's coming in at pace and through he comes here now. But it is now going to be Laborde onto this here now. Laborde, backhand, taking that one away. Changing it into attack once again. Then it's now going to be Beresford. Beresford checks up, turns back inside there. Oh, Pinello. Leaving it for Lukeen, but it just gets tangled up a bit and trying to get the better of that one. There's Pinello, but it's Beresford to surface with the spoils here now, and Beresford comes forward up onto the play. Beresford with that ball here now, being hassled there, looking for a play, flicks onto the near side, in front of Pinello, tries to flick that one in, he does so, he sends it up there for Podolski, but couldn't pick it up. It's now going to be Asane. Asane just settles things down and goes out in some open space. The ball bouncing and bobbling. He knows he's got a man up front, so he sends it, and he sends that one well. Let's get the horse race on here now as Lukeen is just pushing Laborde off out of it and goes back over towards the ball here now. Lukeen takes it round on his near side, back onto his stick side, being pushed and pressurised all the time there by Laborde. Goes back over, gets the hook in, does Laborde, but we get a whistle on that play. Let's just have a little look at the replay here now and see what we have. You see Lukeen's on his stick side, goes to his near side right in front of him. Does he put Laborde onto his near side? That's the question the umpires will have to work out. And he's swapping over. He did swap over very close in front of him. So let's see what the umpires decide. And it gives an opportunity for the few of the players to take a breath and change ponies. So Laborde opts to change ponies down on the far side. There was Habtor and Pinello come back to it. You can see on this replay here now. Let's have a look. So the umpires have most probably come to a decision by now. We'll see what it is. Momentarily the players come back on the field. The umpires just deliberating this here and having a quick chat there with the Wolves players. So we have what looks like a spot penalty here now, penalty 5 in favour of UAE. Potowski to bring it in here now. Up there, waiting for him, there's going to be Asane. He gives that ball a ride and up over the top it goes, and looking there for Jacob Mather, but to pick it up on the near side or try to do so comes Lukeen, but it unleashes the backhand of Pinello up here now for Habtor. Comes up onto that line, gets a little bit of that one there, the first two to goes, and it is Habtor up onto the play, looking for the next shot, couldn't quite get the straight as he wanted to, and now yields off and leaves it for Felix. Felix on the boards here. Felix there with Beresford. Felix keeps his ball moving forward, yields off it this time, but it's coming onto it. Oh, dummies the backhand, they all turned off it there for Lukeen, and he gets time to turn and face this one up forward here once again. Up onto it now is Mather. Mather gets a good centering shot here now. Going back is Habtor looking to put the pressure on, and a lovely shot there by Mather, but there goes the second hooter, ladies and gentlemen, and that there will end Chukka number 1 with the score being 1 goal apiece. It is here in our first of our semi-finals this afternoon between Wolves and UAE. And so now we'll go to a few messages and adverts from Polo Line. So welcome back here now to Polo Line and Al Habtoor Polo Resort and Club in Dubai. For our first of our semi-finals, on screen there we have Lucas Monteverde. That is of course Luquin's father. And also watch out for the younger brother coming up through the ranks, Lucero. Playing here yesterday in a youth game. And he's going to be certainly a star of the future without a doubt. Great tenacity on the field and great skills. And so, where the second hooter went, we will now start with a throw-in. After the ball had been carried up the field there by Sheikh Ametha. So the ball bowled into play. Into play it is. Stuck the threes. Petovsky picks this one up here now. Coming does Hussain. But it's going to be Petovsky. Straightens himself up. Possibly shows a little bit too much of that one. Penelope says, I'll take that. Thank you very much indeed. Turns back inside and comes the other way. To be met there by Luquin, who pinches off him once again. Backhand comes in. Gets stopped there by Penelope. But quickly sweeping onto it. It's going to be Hussain. Hussain on the play. Straightens up. Petovsky comes in to put the pressure on. In behind comes Penelope. Tries to squeeze in between the two, but wisely. Hussain just takes it forward again to keep it away there from Petovsky. Goes under the neck with that one there, looking for Laborde. Laborde in there with his man, but on the near side, picking it up beautifully. Does Penelope. Laborde on the play. Looks to get this one away and moving up the field, and up the field it goes here this time. Comes off the pony, bounces off, couldn't pick it up. The backhand strong and safe as ever there by Petovsky. And first onto it is going to be Luquin. He goes with the backhand to change the direction and flow of play. And coming onto the line there was Hussain, but in front of him was Beresford. Thought he could get away with that one there. You've got to take the chances, of course. Thought he was quick enough, but we can see on the replay here, he was just coming across in front of Hussain. So Felix getting round up onto that play really quickly indeed. It looks like we have a penalty for here now, a 60-yard penalty in favour of Dubai Wolves by Cafu. So Penelope from the 60-yard line this time. He had a corner just earlier, but that was a little bit wider. And so Penelope will circle around onto this one here now. Comes up to a drive, shoots, it's high, is it straight? And it looks like that one is as straight as a die there from Benjamin Penelope. Making it 2 goals it is for Dubai Wolves by Cafu. 1 to UAE. You see on that one there, it was actually moved up to a penalty 4, even though he's going away from goal, because he was the free man there going by himself, and he had the freedom to do what and as he wished to do with the play, as he was not with another player. So therefore this ball was moved up rather than the spot. It was actually taken forward to a 60-yard penalty. And so the two teams are lined up here now. We have a little bit of a chin wag there between the umpire and players. Just getting a bit of a technical issue that I have just been informed with the radio, because of course the umpires are all radio linked up. So ball into play it comes, off out the line out it comes, picking it up there, tried to pick that one up there as Habtoor, but it's Hussain, sends that one forward, looking there for Laborde on the boards, but going with him, shadowing him of course is going to be Petovsky. Comes away from Petovsky, puts it into Petovsky, goes told to clear, and now it is once again Santiago Laborde. Opens that shoulder up and sends that ball straight up the front door here now. Drops down there in front of Habtoor, but coming back at him is Beresford. So he gets a move on here and flicks that one in towards goal, but Beresford comes in and takes it away from the goal and takes it out wide, down towards their camp. You see Penelope there, in with him immediately. In behind is Luquin. Luquin takes it up here now, takes it off the back of the players here. Does Luquin Monteverde. Looks over his shoulder just to see that everything's okay. Gets a nice bit of protection there from Beresford. Beresford working well there for Luquin. Goes with the next man and goes up forward here this time. Goes opts to go by himself, but going back with him there is going to be Penelope. He's a little bit wider of him, so he gets the shot off and sends that one out towards the boards. It comes off the boards here, and the next pair onto it is going to be Petovsky. Couldn't pick it up. Good work there by Luquin, who sends it up further forward, but it looks like it's just hopped out over the boards about the 60-yard line. So the ball's placed down now. For a free hit for Wolves. Being taken by Santiago Laborde. Laborde keeps moving it forward. No one on him. He can stick and ball this all afternoon. Oh, now Beresford comes back to him. Looking to force him to make the play. Does so. Sends it up here now. Looking there for Habtoor once again. Habtoor slipped his marker on this occasion. Straightens himself up onto it. And goes up forward in towards the play here now. Habtoor gets a nice shot into that one there. But again, pushes that one wide. Mather comes in. Clears it away from the danger zone. Lovely play by Shaker Mather. And takes it away out there for Lukeen. But first to surface with it is going to be Hussain. Hussain comes in. Gets a big bump and a shove there. And we get a whistle on that play. And we can see probably a little clearly on this replay if we get it down there in the camp. And we can see as he comes in, he turns the ball and gets a fair old shove and a shunt. And Lukeen takes his opportunity to quickly change ponies. The umpire's just discussing this one here whilst a few players change, and we'll be getting a penalty here now in favour of Dubai Wolves by Cafu from the 30-yard line. A penalty 2, which has been teed up there by Pinello. So UAE will go back behind their line and watch the penalty here. Cantering up to it there is going to be Benjamin Pinello. Banker drives, shoots and puts that one away. The flags are off, umpires agree. So that's 3 goals. It is now for Dubai Wolves by Cafu and 1 goal to the UAE. See on this one here, coming round really nicely. Banker comes up. Solid platform, puts it away. Thank you very much indeed. So about halfway through chukker number 2 of this 5-chukker match, and 3-1 is the score. And Jason Dixon here to line the players up and does so. Ball clean out the back of the line out, but we've got a little bit of something going on there that the umpires didn't quite like. We get a whistle on that play. Let's see what we can see here. And it looks like we have a UAE player pretty much lined up the wrong way, and when the line out is being formed, when the ball goes into play. So they just remove a horseshoe from the field. And so it looks like we have a spot penalty here now from the 5B in favour of Dubai Wolves by Cafu. So we have Benker just teeing that one up, but most probably will be Laborde. And as captain, just asking, should have really gone forward or not? He was hoping it would have gone up to a 60, but we love the optimism here. Bit of a tussle going on up there in front, where Habtoor's trying to get there to Tommy. Mather's doing a great job keeping him off. So, ball brought in here now by Laborde. Laborde up on the play. Laborde goes with it this time, sends that one up forward. Up the front door, that one it goes. Up here is Pinello. Pinello looking to finish that. He's over the top of it, and it's going to get shadowed out over the line there by Mather. So UAE can retain possession with a hit in from their back line. Players called. Federico von Potowski brings it into play here now. Fede goes under the neck with it there. You saw he had Lukeen darting one way. Comes to the middle of the field here now. Picks up the play. Goes with the first time play on the ball. Fizzing that one up forward here now for Mather. Looking to come up on the near side for Red. Tries to flick that one away. Unable to do so. But Pinello sends the backhand. Good, long, strong. But Potowski's going to be first onto it. Hussain coming back to put the pressure on him. He takes it deeper down. Looking to try and get a bit of angle onto it if he's going to make the backhand. But opts to make the turning play. Avoids the hook initially and gets some help and protection there from Lukeen. Comes in between the two players there. Nicely there does Potowski this time. Sends it up forward. Lovely weighted pass for Lukeen to come onto. Lukeen up onto it here with Hussain. Takes the bouncing ball. It's no problem for this young man. He straightens himself up onto the play. Looks for the cut shot in towards goal. It's going, but just wide. Just to the left-hand side. Lovely linking work there between those two. Federico Potowski for Lukeen to come onto. But unfortunately, couldn't quite get enough on that one to get the angle right. And so the ball's on the back line here for Laborde, once again, to bring into play Santiago. Got a couple of players just changing ponies, so he just hesitates as much as he's permitted, and he just brings it in here now. Lukeen up there with him, goes under the neck with that one there. Could have done with a little bit more onto it to try and get that for his aim, so first to surface with it is going to be Lukeen. Cuts back inside, comes back onto his own play. Like he's stick and balling on a Sunday afternoon, and good work there by Potowski keeping the player off, but Hussein comes up with the spoils and sends that one up forward. And first to get up onto this one here is going to be Beresford. Beresford waiting there for Habtoor, gets up onto his near side and sends the backhand in there, does Beresford, and sends it up here for Mather on her near side, picks up the play. It's now left here for Lukeen, and we get a whistle on that play. So let's see, on the replay here now. See, fortunately, just infringing, she just managed to stay straight, infringing the right of way there of Felix. And we've just asked for a change here now. So the players will quickly change, because we've got a broken girth. You can't really ask for much more of a reason to want to change, really. So in the name of safety, we'll get that one changed. You can see here from the head-on position here where the ball was coming from. That's a great view from behind the goals. And so just a little bit of stats information there with Benja Pinello. So far this tournament has 22 goals, leading the goal scoring. So you see at the top end there, Beresford now gone to change. And it's going back onto the field, as is Benja Pinello from the other end of the field. So, we'll have a spot penalty here to red. Pinello just having a quick chat there with Laborde. Lukeen just hiding behind the umpire momentarily. Now he comes forward. Does Laborde. Onto the play. Comes up onto this one here. He goes with that one out in towards the middle of the field here. Looking to come onto it is going to be Potowski with saying they cancel each other out. The backhand comes in there by Tommy. Tommy gets the right back onto his own play here once again. Tommy comes forward once more. Tommy Beresford. Tommy taking the ball, looking to run this all the way. He's got a setting coming back at him. He goes with the longer shot, and it's just there with him is Laborde. And we've got a little bit of a tussle and touch-up going on off the play as well. And eventually the ball goes out over the back line. And so you see there, didn't have anywhere to go. And there we have a little bit more verbiage coming back. Things just boiling over a bit. And it looks like we have our first yellow card. So you're just going to get discussed here now, Pinello. Just was going to get just a warning, however. He decided to continue to rebate the umpires on the field as well as the third man prior to getting there, and it looks like we have a yellow card handed out to Benja Pinello. And so the umpires are giving a penalty here now. Looks like a 60-yard penalty, a penalty 4 in favour of UAE. Going to be teed up there by Beresford. And so you have the captain of the Dubai Wolves by Cafu just looking for clarification to find out exactly what's going on, so he can be perfectly clear whilst he goes and speaks to his teammate. And so we have Tommy Beresford for the UAE coming up here now for the penalty 60-yard penalty. We do have a bit of a stiff breeze coming from that end of the field. Beresford comes up onto it. He skies it absolutely beautifully, but it looks like it has just drifted to the right, and to the right it goes. So the ball will be placed down here on the back line for Santiago Laborde, and the ball was by Cafu to bring it into play, with the score being 3-1 it is, and just a matter of 20 seconds left on the clock before the first hooter goes. Laborde brings it forward. Again, he's going to be able to stick a ball this one all the way until someone comes to put the pressure on him. Goes with it this time. Cuts this one out wide. Here now, once again, looking for Pinello. Going back with him there is Luquin. And Pinello checking up on this play. Turns away from him here. Turns back to face him once again. He has Laborde in behind. There goes the first hooter. And he sends that one down the boards here now for Laborde. Ran onto that one well. Goes first time play. Gets pulled off that one now by Habtor. Backhand comes in by Potowski, shutting that back door once more. Trying to get onto that one then as Hussein. And we get a whistle on the play. So that there will end chukker number 2, ladies and gentlemen. With the score being 3 goals it is to Wolves and 1 to the UAE. And we'll probably come back with a highlight of that one after, just before we start. Chukker number 3. And in the meantime, we'll go to a few adverts and messages from Polo Line.
At Clutie, crafting perfection is an art. Every product is a masterpiece, meticulously created with German precision. Experience the journey from concept to creation. Impeccable finishes, enduring elegance. Our products redefine functionality. Clutie, the shape of water.
So welcome back here now to our Polo Line viewers on Polo Line. So I'll have to Polo Sorton Club for our first semi-final in the Bentley Gold Cup 2024. Score is 3-1 in favour of Wolves over UAE, and we just up there in the UAE camp with Ferdinand Potowski mounted up, talking to Lucas Monteverde, or should we say more than likely getting a bit of wisdom from the great Lucas Monteverde. And then we go back over here to Habtor, and we'll just have a look at the replay to see what actually finished that off. You see a nice backhand there by Fede. And we've got 2 players coming in, but he's clearly got turned onto that line correctly was Tommy Beresford. So the umpires are sort of loitering around the halfway line, and we have a 5B here now in favour of UAE. Beresford just looking for a different ball by the looks of that there. We had on this field here the other day, but going in the opposite direction. Alfredo Capella putting the 5B through. Let's see what Beresford's got here this afternoon. But he is going in toward the breeze, so he might keep it short and try and get a little bit of extra territory before sending it up forward to his teammates and see how it unfolds in front of him. So good shot there of Tommy. Just teeing that ball up. Just popping it onto a bit of a tee. I'm going to circle round up onto this one here now. So, Beresford to circle round here now. Comes up onto it, gives that ball a ride, saying gets a touch onto that one there and stops it a little bit, but it looks like it is going to be Pinello trying to get up onto it. Had to go forward, up forward, and we have a whistle on that play. You see, Pinello's just been held up a little bit there by Potowski. The ball goes forward, and then Pinello slips through and goes forward up onto his own play. And we just have a quick chat there, an explanation by the umpires. So they're just having a discussion with the third man. Was Lekeen parked on the line? You see here, go up onto it here now. Goes forward there. Did Lekeen join that line correctly or not? But let's see what the umpires decide. Or was he right? They're just standing around at the moment. Maybe they'll have a throw in. Let us see what they're going to do. Or did he have a right to try and make a play on that ball? Had it come enough to him? So Jason Dixon and Matthias Baveni just talking this one over, and by the looks of it, the ball's been dropped down. It hasn't gone forward, but it looks like it's been dropped down on the spot, so more than likely there to be in favour of Dubai Wolves by Cafu. Must have deemed that Lekeen was encroaching on the right of way there of Pinello, and it is now going to be Laborde to bring it in for a penalty 5 from the spot. Goes under the neck with that one there and sends it up here now for Pinello. Pinello checks up on this play, looking to try to get to him. There is Beresford, but he's been well protected by Hussein, doing a good job keeping the long man away from Pinello. But in comes Lekeen, checks up, gets ridden off out of it, tries to steal it, does Lekeen from Beresford as Beresford comes up with the spoil. Beresford goes out towards the Villa side once again. He unleashes it this time and sends out with forward, trying to get that up for Potowski. Will it get there? And it looks like it has done. Away there from Hussein. He sends the backhand and leaves it for Lekeen. Comes through at pace here now. Changing momentum. Lekeen. Couldn't get onto it cleanly. Gets called off that one there. Picks that one up. Look at that pony there. Oh, Pinello just darting one way, then the other way, and sends it Abtor up forward once again for Pinello to come onto. Beresford looking for something out of that one there, but he's clearly onto it. Goes with a little play there, does Beresford underneath the neck. Nice backhand there by Potowski. Potowski's ball falls there, but he gets it taken away from him, does Lekeen by Pinello, but getting away from him at speed, or tried to steal that one. Oh, and the few of them, they're a little bit tight and tense and leaving that ball behind. And it is now Lekeen up onto this play here now. Lekeen looking to take it away, but it's Pinello comes with the spoils, but bounced out towards the side, and it's going to be Beresford to take it here this time. He's got a man underneath him, he's going to have to yield off, and in finally we do actually get that. The whistle does blow. And you can see on the replay here now, he goes round to try to get onto his stick side, but clearly you can see that Beresford's got himself holding his mallet. If he had actually tried to make the play, it would have been straight into the pony. And so the ball's been moved up here now for a penalty 3, I believe it is, in favour of UAE. But let's see where they find themselves standing. And it's a penalty 2 actually. So we have Potowski just teeing this one up here now. Federico von Potowski. For a 30-yard penalty 2, undefended. Only just been a little unkind on him, but he comes in onto that one there, and he puts it away, and no problem there for Federico von Potowski, making the score now 2 goals it is to UAE, 3 goals to Dubai Wolves by Cafu. We can see on the replay here as he just checks pony up, just gets a little bit aside on that one, but Ferry keeps his eye on the prize, and through the goal it goes. So the two teams will line up once more. Over on the far side, for Jason Dixon to bowl this ball in. Into play it is. In the middle of the line out, looking for that one there. They're working on it. Laborde sends that one through the line, but first to surface with it is going to be Lakeen. Comes in to try and steal that one and does the same. But he's still got to try and work his way through and around the players coming at him. Beresford doesn't get the near side steal, and is saying once again, goes with a nice shot in towards goal, but who's up there in front? But it's Petovsky going back onto this one here. Under the net goes Petovsky. Petovsky clears that one away beautifully there for the UAE. Mather to come on for the next shot, does so, sends it a little further up the field. Hussain sends a backhand into the danger zone, and look who's back onto it, it's Laborde. Laborde, he's in pursuit, it's Petovsky, looks to flick this one back in, but couldn't quite get to it in time. Just a little bit too much on that approach shot there by Laborde. Got a lot of momentum going towards the goal, but unfortunately it just went wide. So the ball's on the back line here now for the UAE. For Petovsky to bring into play. Petovsky. Nice way to pass by him for Lakeen to try to pick up. Doesn't quite do it, and we get a whistle on that play. King thought he was all right onto that, and let's see if we can see anything from the drone. He's come in from a bit of an angle onto it. A lot of encouragement coming there from the UAE camp. And the ball's being teed up here now, but this time it is a 40-yard penalty in favour of Dubai Wolves by Cafu. Tor takes the opportunity to quickly change onto a little grey pony, and it's going to be Pinello to take this once again here now. For Dubai Wolves by Cafu. You can hear Lucas Monteverde offering some words of encouragement down there. That's Pinello. Comes up to this, he strikes it, it's over the top, and it's through the goals, it is there. Goal number 23 of the tournament for Benjamin Pinello, making it 4 goals it is for Dubai Wolves by Cafu. 2 goals to the UAE. So 2 teams back to the middle of the field here now. Nice penalty there by Benker again. So the 2 teams will line up here now. Ball gets bowled into play. Skews off the front of the line out, trying to get onto that one there. It is Laborde. Laborde breaks away here now, but going back with him there is going to be Lakeen. Laborde settles on the play once again. Laborde has to reach out a long way forward, and he does, and he gets that one from the line out. Does Santiago Laborde make it goal number 5 on the wall there for Dubai Wolves by Cafu. From that line out, got away there. Lakeen was trying to hunt him down. He just reached that little bit further forward and flicked that ball away there. Great play there by Santiago Laborde. So 2 teams lining up once more. 3 minutes on the clock here now, and the ball gets bowled into play, skews out the line out once again. Laborde onto it first, but if going the other way and plays the backhand up there for Hussain. Hussain gets hooked off out of it, but it falls now for Pinello. Pinello up on the move. Pinello, ooh, and he skews that one in towards the middle of the field, and he tries to get onto it. So does Lakeen. It's now left for Petovsky. Petovsky checks, turns, comes back inside there of Hussain and sets it out towards the side there for Lakeen, and a little bit of space to try and make an attack there. From then he straightens himself up onto it and goes with the first time play, looking for Beresford up the front. Beresford sends this one in, but Laborde going back with him. He's got the pace there. The pair of them going back onto it here now. Laborde just asking for a bit more, and on the near side comes Beresford, puts it across the face of goal, but you see it is going to be Pinello there with Petovsky. Petovsky gets the better of it there after it's been cleared away, and it's now Pinello hunting down Petovsky. Petovsky dummies the backhand, comes forward, checks up, comes back inside, looks to put this on, but coming in onto it there inside of Beresford was Habtor. Beresford controls the man, comes back there on towards his near side, has to flick it away, gets it half stolen, but he can get back onto it once more. Good pressure there by Hussain, but it's going to be Beresford to send it forward here now once again for UAE. UAE onto that first on the near side, picked up by Petovsky here now. Petovsky, he looks for the big one, sends that forward, tries to get hold of it there, goes forward again, and he wants that one, and he gets in, and a nice goal there by Federico von Petovsky, weaving his way through the traffic making it 3 goals it is to the UAE. You can see what was going to go with a large one, they just kept it short. It was just short enough there of Laborde, who was trying to fiddle with it behind his pony and send a backhand before it really even got to him. And it was finished off nicely there by Federico von Potowski. And we have there on screen Hassel Krottel, coach there with the maestro himself, Lucas Monteverde. So the ball into play. Out the line out it comes once more, and it's going to be Hussein to surface with this one first. Being hunted down there by Potowski. Hussein takes the man, goes back to the boards, picks it up, comes back inside. He has Pinello there to give him a bit of helping hand if he needs, so he takes the man and flicks the backhand there for Pinello, who sends it up forward here this time. Looking to come onto that one there is going to be Habtor, ridden off out of it, as is Hussein, and it's cleared away once again there by Potowski, and he leaves that one behind, but once again they're working well, tidying things up, supporting each other, and it is Lukin. Lukin over that one there, goes the backhand of Laborde, but first to surface with it will be Beresford. He cuts it open once more, he knows Lukin's going to be there or thereabouts, who swoops onto this one nicely, but with him of course, tries to steal, does Habtor, but it is Laborde there with him. And the ball gets sent up here now. Trying to get onto its Pinello, as does Potowski, and we get a whistle on that play. There's just a slight pause in the play as Habtor tried to come in for the steal from behind, and then he sets that ball up. And Potowski's got himself sort of on that line as Pinello comes in, but he goes across it. I think Lucas is thinking that actually Habtor, as he tried to make the steal, possibly hit the pony maybe, but we're not quite sure. I think that's what Lukin was looking for. And so the umpire's just sorting that one out, and this is now a spot penalty here now in favour of the UAE. Potowski brings it up forward. Potowski drives this one out there wide for Lukin. You heard the call, all he had to do was listen to the voice. There goes the first hooter, and it is Lukin there with Laborde, and Beresford gets Beresford to work for him. Slips his man, does Laborde, and it's now left here for Lukin, who goes up forward once again and sends that ball out there for Beresford, but first to surface onto it will be Pinello. Gets his play spoiled by the tenacious Beresford, but it's Pinello quickly back round up onto it, trying to get back onto him and tries to reach for that hook there. Does Potowski, brings that ball forward and keeps it well forward there. And there goes the second hooter, ladies and gentlemen, and that there will end chukker number 3. With the score being 5 goals it is to Wolves and 3 goals to the UAE. And so, ladies and gentlemen, we'll go into the half time and hopefully come back with some stats and some keep you up to date with all the stats and chukker by chukker before we start the second half of this match. So for myself, Adam Snowden, and Polo Line, we'll go into a few messages from Polo Line before we start chukker number 4.
We like to play a very fair game, and we think due to discipline and being committed with being consistent. We're looking forward to seeing the finals, not just the semifinals. No, this year is totally different in the discipline and the commitment of each player, especially myself. Me personally, since Nico, the coach, moved with us, we have become an independent team. That is a big factor. So there's a lot of difference with being a combined team with Habtor Polo. Other than that, I stick and ball maybe 3-4 times more than I stick and ball with last year or the years before. I sit down with the players, if not every day, every other day. We have dinner. Even if we're bored of each other, we have to sit down. We don't have a choice. Everyone needs to sit down, joke at each other, make fun, speak serious, insult each other, whatever, just to get everything correct for the next game. Let's start off with the first match we played against UAE, which was in the Silver Cup. The first match we were leading around 9-5. And I remember exactly that I fouled around twice, 2 times I fouled. and that was due to not sticking to the strategy. So we were ahead by 4 goals in the third, to the end of third, to the beginning of fourth striker. And then because of the fouls and missing the golden goal, we lost. That game was ours, for sure. But due to our mistake, we lost it. The second game we played against UAE, we lost it fair and square. It was a very tight game. And this game was a lucky charm. They always say the third one's a charm. And we won fair and square with this one. Maybe the toughest team we've ever played this season. And I'm pretty sure the team, the UAE, knows that they were going to be facing a very intimidating team, knowing that we don't have issue with horses this season. Everyone is technically maneuvering in every single game. Every stream Polo Lines sends us, we watch in detail. We take a video of the fouls we believe is not the fouls, and we sit down with the referees. We have dinner with them. We explain everything. Everyone's very self-critical, which is the best thing. And yeah, everyone's looking forward to reaching the final and celebrating very hard. This is what we're looking forward to, and yeah, may the best man win.
Thanks to the whole UAE team that they've chosen me to form a part of this team for the past 3 or 4 years. I even played 1 year in 2013 and with Lucas instead of Sheikh Maitha. But how have I stayed in? I don't know. I think I've just always tried to give my best, try and be as professional as possible, and always trying to improve my string. And obviously we've had some good results in the past. We've also had very good team horses and great teammates with Lukin and anyone else who's formed part of the team. And then plus with Lucas and Cafu, who are 2 amazing coaches, I think that whole connection with the vets and the grooms and everyone, it makes a huge difference. So that's what I think the key to the success is. So yeah, I think I've been really lucky to see how Lukin's evolved over the past 4 or 5 years. Imagine, I mean, he's from when he was 13, 14 years old to now, he's now one of the top kids in the world. He's playing the Open and I don't know, he's always, that's one thing I've always said about Lukin, that he might have moments in the game where he has ups and downs, but he's got this natural talent of getting the ball in the last plays and wanting to win it and score it. And you know, the other day it didn't work out, but today he got it again. And luckily, the day of the Gold Cup final in England, he was there to save the day as well. So I don't think we do know how to play Wolves. Like you said, we've had 3 games against them. They've all been really tight matches. I think one an extra checker, another one, and both of the other matches in the last play of the game. So it's going to be a very tough game. Like everyone's saying, they've brought a lot of better horses this year. Habtoor's playing very well, so it's going to be a nail biter. We're going to have to fight until the end, but you always need a bit of luck. Today we had a bit of luck, and we're just going to have to keep fighting. I think we're slowly getting a better connection with the team, and yeah, just got to leave it out all on the field, and fingers crossed.
So, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Polo Line and Al Habtoor Polo Resort and Club for our first of our semi-finals here now, as the players start to mount back up again to get back onto the field for the second half of this match. You see up there the UAE just quickly changing, and of course we have, at the end of chucker number 1, 1 goal apiece. At the end of chucker number 2, it was 3 goals to 1 in favour of Dubai Wolves. At the end of chucker number 3, 5-3. And so a few people have been dropping a couple of messages. We have Pretender Roger Raji, a fan of Ferry Butovsky and Bangash, Maricilia Romani, also Lucas Healy, Sophie Evelyn, a great fan of Tarquin, but you should know more than anybody else why. And Mohammed Salah Abdelli, Let's go, Tommy. And Carly Micheo. And so I'll just go to a few stats here now. As you can see there on the screen, we have field goals, 2 apiece it is. Throw-ins 9-1 be won there by Wolves. Fouls committed even Stevens. Penalties 3 from 3 by Dubai Wolves, by Cafu, and 1 from 2 for UAE. Corners, unfortunately unable to convert that early corner were the Wolves and UAE. No corners, and 1 yellow card has been handed out there to the Wolves player. So certainly dominating those lineouts are the Wolves so far. And we'll be starting off where the play finished when the second hooter went. Wolves were in attack. Santiago Laborde was thinking that that was where the ball was for throwing in, but it was actually further up the field when the actual second hooter went. And so the two teams will just line up here now, boys. Please get in touch with us there on Polo Line OK on Instagram, Polo Line Int on Facebook, and pololine.tv. So the two teams will line up here now on umpire Dixon. So the ball bowled it into play in the middle of the line out. Looking for that one there. It is Pinello, comes out with the play off the back there, and Pinello's off on the loose here now. Habtor just having a little bit of a pony issue here, but Habtor's going forward. Lukine's looking to hunt him down, but it looks like he's there and in the air and puts it away. Another beautiful goal there from the middle of the field by Benka Pinello, carrying it all the way off the line out and through the goals. See on the replay there, the ball just hopping up on him, and he just bounces it and keeps going, and nicely through the goal there by Benka Pinello, making it look very easy indeed. So, two teams lining up once again here now, but this time it's on Matthias. Mabeni goes in onto that one there, comes away to Spitovsky. Spitovsky tries to go under the neck and goes straight into the pony. We've got a whistle on that play. Off the line out there. He heard the call from Beresford. You can see goes in at the line out, goes straight into the pony. And so we have a spot penalty here now in favour of Wolves, and it's going to be Laborde. Laborde puts that one out into open space for Pinello, hunting him down there, of course. It is going to be Lukine. Lukine there with Pinello. Pinello checks up. Santi comes in, yields off him. Just has to yield off it there, just wait, and he tries to get that one up for Laborde. Laborde waits for it, and just first time play, just fishes that one up forward here now, trying to get it up there for a same. But the backhand comes in by Potowski, picked up and sent a bit further there by Beresford for Lukine to pick up here now. Lukine checks up there with Assain. Lukine comes forward once again. Lukine trying to work his magic through the players here now. Lukine Monteverde. A little bit of a backhand, spoiling that play there. Nice play there by Laborde, but first round onto it is going to be Lukine once again, as Assain's just held off out of the play, allowing Lukine to go to work once more. Quickly gets back onto him and steals that one, but we get a whistle on that play. It looks like he's come between the two players on that play. You can see Lukine just turning that play forward. And you see he's just come in between the two players. He's gone for that steal. And doing so infringing the right away there of Beresford. So the ball will get moved up here now. For what looks like a 60-yard penalty. So we have a penalty 4 here this time in favour of UAE. 6-3 is the score. Being teed up by Tommy Beresford. The UAE. Circling around up onto this play. Beresford. Comes in, drives, shoots, sends that one forward in towards the goal, but it's gone across the face of goal to the left-hand side, and out it is, wide of the goals. So on the back line, this ball will be placed here for Santiago Laborde to bring it up. You can see on the replay, comes in onto it, and it just goes wide, out to the left-hand side. So player's called, and Laborde taps it forward here now. Sends it out for Polo. Polo on the play. Picks it up once again. Sends that one up. A nice high lofted drive, but it's out towards the side as he's looking to get back onto it. Beresford going back there with him. Shuts down. Beautiful pony. Goes under the neck with that one there. Looking to fizz it up, but in comes Podolski and in comes Lukine to tidy it up here for the UAE. Gets it a good strong backhand. Who's going to be first to surface with it here? And it looks like it's Laborde. Couldn't pick that one up, nor could Beresford, but it's now Podolski coming in to help him out. And just has to clear off out of the way there. Does a say his instruction from the umpire, but it's up there for Polo. Little backhand, sneaky, cheeky play. Puts it back onto his own play once again. Picks the ball forward. Couldn't pick up the next one there. Here's the call there from Hussein, who sends a beautiful ball in towards the goal. And it's probably going to go all the way, and all the way it does. A lovely passing play straight through the goals there by Felix Hussein, making it 7-3 as the score. You can see he peeled off and went forward. You heard a call from him. Did Hussein from Polo. And it goes clearly through the goals. So there's a couple of players scrambling for ponies, and the umpire's just lining these two teams up here now. And the ball into play. Haptor still waiting to come back on, but off the back of the line, it is Polo looking over his shoulder both ways because he knows Tommy's with him, but where's Lukine? Found him. Off he goes here once again, does Polo. Polo leaves it this time for Hussein. Hussein comes off the pony, and in comes Podolski and says, thank you very much, I'll pick that one up, and I'm going to go up on the move up towards goal here. Now comes Podolski. Podolski being chased there by Laborde, and it's Podolski at pace. Podolski going towards the goal. Can he get himself straight and back up onto this one as Laborde tries to go the other side of him, leaves out and behind, but in comes Lukine in the ball. Gets left, called off it there is Haptor, and it's now left for Polo, clearing it away once again, out towards the side of us here on the picnic area. First to come up with it though is going to be Lukine. Lukine looks over his shoulder because he's looking there for where is Hussein, and there he is. He's getting a little bit of protection and cover there by Beresford. Goes up past one, gets half hooked, but keeps his ball moving forward in onto his near side there. On the play is Lukine Monteverde, back onto his stick side. Managed to take possession, avoid the hooking play, looking to weave his way through. In comes Hussein onto that play there for the backhand, but we get a whistle. Let's see what we have here now. Just coming across him does Polo before, and in comes Hussein to try and steal that play as well. So let's see what the umpires pull up out of this one here. And so they're just checking with the third man. They've just got Beresford just having a little chat there with Beresford, and a few of the players also looking to change ponies whilst we have a bit of a break. 2:41 on the clock, and 7-3 it is. So you just see walking off there Beresford. And the ball being teed up here now by Fedivon Podolski. So Tommy down the bottom end there. Just changing ponies. There's everybody back on board. We're looking to get this underway here now. It'll be starting off with a penalty for the UAE. For a penalty 2. Most probably going to be Patovsky to take this one. Beresford. No, it looks like Beresford's going to take it over. Patovsky took a shorter penalty just earlier, so it looks like it is going to be. Beresford teeing it up here. Must have just not felt comfortable on that pony that he was on previously. Or maybe Feddy's not feeling quite so comfortable on the one he's on now. But regardless, it's going to be Tommy Beresford circling round up onto the play here now for a penalty 2, 30-yard penalty. Comes in, drives, shoots, and sends that one forward through the goal. It is putting another one on the board there for the UAE, making it 4 goals. UAE 7 goals it is to the Wolves here in Chukka number 4, and 2.5 minutes to play. You can see that on the replay. So, Matthias Verbeni gets that ball into play. In the middle of the line out. Looking to get that one there and get the hook in there was Laborde, but it's Lukien up on the move here now. Lukien going forward. Pinello there with Beresford. Goes back, slips off Beresford and goes back onto it. Tries to get the spoiling play and gets a good spoiling play there. Does Hussein, and it's shouted out over the back line by Benka Pinello. So the ball comes into play here now. By Laborde, taps it forward, goes under the neck. Pinello coming onto this one here, picks it up, going with him of course is going to be Beresford. Pinello and Beresford going down the field here, avoids the hook but couldn't carry it further forward. Oh, Abtor just maybe called to leave that play by Lukien, and Lukien picks up onto it, but it's now open backhand there by Beresford. Beresford straightens himself up, looks up towards goal, taps it one more time. Can keep moving this ball forward at this point in time. You've got, and we have Laborde there in front of him, and then we get a whistle on the play, and you see he keeps moving this ball forward, and he just pushes that one out wide to the right hand side, and then we got a whistle on the play. And the umpires move this one up here now for a penalty 2. In favour of the UAE. Whittling this margin down. Oh, the UAE. Beresford to take the penalty once more. So, Beresford brings the pony directly down to the standstill and then takes it, and through the goal it goes. So 5 goals it is now to the UAE, 7 goals it is to the Wolves. So under a minute left to go here in Chukka number 4, and 2 goal is the margin now. Working their way stoically back into this match here are the UAE. So Matthias bowls that ball into play. Into play it is. In the line out there, trying to get that one with Mather. It comes off the pony. It's left here now for Beresford. Beresford picks up the play. Off the back comes Lukien. Lukien comes forward once again. Lukien tries to send that one up forward here now. In between the players here now. First to surface on it is going to be Habtor. Habtor sends the backhand, changes the direction. Beresford gets onto that one there with a reflex shot there. Oh, and Patovsky goes with a flick towards goal, but it just comes off the goalpost at the last second there. Great quick reaction there by Beresford. Backhand comes in, you see, boom, near side, sends that one forward. Patovsky looks to flick that one in, but the pressure's on there by Hussein and doesn't quite manage to get the angle he's looking for, and it came off the goalpost. So led off there for Wolves, and it is going to be the ball there to bring it in. It just brought that in just before the hooter went, and it is now going to be Pinello attacked there by Beresford. Pinello coming up the field here now. May have showed a bit too much of that one there for Patovsky. Just teasingly sends that one out for Lukien to send the backhand, unleashing Beresford. Or is Laborde going to get back to that one in time? He does. The backhand opens out towards the boards first onto it, though, is going to be Beresford. Sends it back in once more. And it looks like that ball goes onto the boards there for Polo to send back down the boards once more. But first time meet there with the backhand. And there goes the hooter, ladies and gentlemen, by Tommy Beresford. And it was going forward there, but just running out of time here with the UAE in that chukker. And so at the end of chukker number 4, it's 7 goals to the Wolves, 5 goals to the UAE. As we see Batovsky coming off the screen. And it's now going to be a few messages and adverts from Polo Line. So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, here to Polo Line. You can see they're up in the pony lines of UAE. Lukeen just getting a bit of attention. He's probably just tweaked his back in there or something. He's getting a good stretch out. He's possibly got a little bit of a spasm. Great that he's got the physio on hand to give him a good stretch and sort him out. And there we go, down into the camp of Dubai Wolves by Cafu. And on screen again we have our chukker by chukker. 1 goal apiece at the end of chukker number 1. It was 3-1 in favour of Dubai Wolves, 5-3 in favour of Dubai Wolves after chukker number 3. And at the end of chukker number 4, it's 7-5. And this is how we're going to start off chukker number 5. And there we are back again, still looking after Lukeen, getting him stretched out. Dad there in attendance. And so there might just be a little bit of a more delay there whilst Lukeen gets a bit of attention before the players get back on the field. And of course we'll be starting off with a rolling from where the chukker ended after we're just having a little bit of a backhand session there between Pinello and Beresford. So it's all to play for here now in the 5th and final chukker. We've had UAE just grinding their way back into this and closing that margin down. So 2 goals is the difference. So it's all to play for here in chukker number 5, or will we go to golden goal? That's the question. Semi-finals never seem to disappoint. And thank you very much indeed to Clanova for your continued support on Polo Line. So yeah, Lukeen's got himself mounted back up again. is great to see. So let us see how this chukker unfolds. And I see also Herman has tuned in. Good afternoon to you from Thailand, I believe you are. Say good afternoon, good luck to there too, Cafu Kelly, who's playing amazingly here this season and growing through this tournament exponentially for their Bangladesh team. So the ball's back into play. Into play it is. Off the line out comes Lukeen, takes it forward, opens up the backhand, a nice backhand there, but first to surface with it is going to be Polo. Polo checks up on that play. Polo just slipped a little bit there, but he's in control. In there with him is Potowski, cuts this one wide, open and out there for Beresford. Beresford there with a Hussein, flicks it onto his near side, goes to the tail backhand, sending it out, looking for Lukeen. Lukeen looking to surface with this one, but going back onto him, of course, it's going to be Polo, swoops it away on his near side, but Lukeen picks it up off the boards. Lukeen straightens himself up. Lukeen takes it forward, comes round the corner here now, checks up, comes back inside the player. Yield. Asked to yield off it is the red player, just had to get Potowski to yield first. He's over the top of that one, is Lukeen, who's back onto this first here now. Polo picks that one up, but we get a whistle on that play. So was he fishing or was he just impeding his play? Let's see what the umpires decide. Let's see on this replay here now. He comes round onto it. And it's for the umpires to decide who actually had the line. So just have a slight pause here whilst they go through for the replay. You see good angle there on this one here. Was he coming off with a fair ride off? And the third man has made a call that the ball's pretty much in between the two of them on that there, so we will have a throw-in. So no penalty be given here now. So the ball will be thrown in by umpire Dixon from the inside out. So the ball into play, off the front of the line out, comes Habtor, trying to get away here now. Habtor keeps it short, avoiding the hook there from Lukeen. Once again, out in front, here is Habtor, but Lukeen picks this up now, Hussein. He's over the top, on the near side comes Laborde and sends it up here now for the play of Hussein. Hussein looking for near side there, so was Lukeen, and let's see where the line was and who had the right to be playing it on the near side. Did Hussein have to go onto a stick side, or was he right on his near side? You see Hussein's clearly trying to say that he was all right on his near side, as is Lukeen. The umpires have just had a quick chat about this one here now. Very important decision to be made here now. 2 goals is the difference. Could make a massive difference here. If it's a short penalty here in favour of Dubai Wolves, that'll give them an extra bit of a margin. If not, it's a relief for UAE. Let's see what we can see. Can we see it on here? And it looks like the umpires have come to the third man, who has reviewed this here now. And it looks like Lukeen was already established on his near side, so Hussein had to play it on his stick side and not try and make the play on his near side, is what the result of that one there is. And we have a spot penalty here now in favour of UAE for about the 40-yard line from their goal. Potowski to bring it back into play. So, a little bit of a call for blocking there from someone, but nothing going to come of that one. The ball comes up, and it's going to be Lukeen tries to pick it up, but first round onto it is Laborde on his near side, back onto his stick side. Laborde taps his forward. Laborde flicks that one under the players. There's a lot of ace going on, but they're just told to continue playing Polo, and it is now Polo. Polo onto it here now. Lukeen trying to pick it up, and it's now left for Laborde. Laborde onto it, straightens himself up, looks for a little view at goal, goes, dummies the big shot and just pushes that one forward. This time goes with a shot towards goal, and it's looking very good indeed there by the ever-reliable Santiago Laborde, putting it away here now, making it goal number 8 on the board there for Dubai Wolves by Cafu. He's just teasing Beresford there a little bit with that ball and then finds a little bit of a window and pushes it beautifully through. So through it goes there for Santiago Laborde and Dubai Wolves. So 8-5 it is. So a little bit of over-exuberance in there, but let off on that one there, and the ball finally into play. Onto the play is Lukeen. Lukeen turns this play, flicks it away there from Laborde. The ball gets the hook in, couldn't pick it up, and it's now left here for Beresford. Beresford off the back there, sends that one up forward here now, looking for Petovsky. Petovsky looking for another one here, just lets the ball settle, comes forward, just taps this one again, and through the goal it goes there for Fedivon Petovsky, keeping his cool. Through the goal it is, 1-1 it is now in this chukker, 8-6. 2 goals is the margin once more. So a lovely passing play there by Beresford up to Petovsky. So the two teams back to the middle field once more. 4 minutes on the clock it is. 2 goals the margin, 8-6. And it is Matthias. Bowls that ball into place. Cues off at the 2s. Goes round onto it. Does Pinello there with Beresford. Pinello and Beresford yielding White. Pinello sends that forward up the front door here now, looking for Habtor crosses up onto that play here now and carries that forward in front of Petovsky, jiggles the ball in the air, but the next man onto it is going to be Laborde. But tries to get the backhand there, does Petovsky, but we get a whistle on the play with the right line being ridden hard by Asane. Let's see what we can see on the free play here now. You see Habtor taking it forward, flick in there. On that line, possibly a little bit more was Asane as Petovsky's just across it, trying to make the desperate save from literally just by the goalpost. And so the ball's being teed up here now for a spot penalty 2 in favour of Dubai Wolves by Cafu. So players being called. And Pinello comes up to this one here and makes it 9 goals. It is for Dubai Wolves by Cafu. 6 goals to the UAE and 3.5 minutes still left to play. So back to the midfield quickly it'll need to be. Lukeen still having a little bit of a chat there. And he's just coming into the middle of the field. Will be umpire Matthias to bowl this ball in once more. Matthias counting it down, bowls that ball into play it is, on the line, comes out with that one there, but it flicked up forward and it's now going to be Lukeen to pick it up. Lukeen takes it deeper down in his own territory here now, being hassled, pressured, avoids the hook, the ball skews off out the side and it's going to be Beresford to pick it up here now, getting a good protection there by Lukeen, yields off the man and goes forward here this time, and the bomb is just driven up the field there by Beresford, who sends it up looking there for Petovsky. Petovsky cancelled out there by Pinello, as is Lukeen by Asane, and it's now going to be Laborde. Turns, sends it forward once more, going forward up onto this one here, trying to get onto it. There's Pinello, but first to surface with it is going to be the backhand by Beresford. Manages to keep this one going forward, comes up onto it, and we get a whistle on that play as Habtor comes onto the play with Pinello in behind him, and we can see the backhand over the top of the ponies there, clearly on the line there. And coming in between the two players was a UAE player. So the umpires moving this one up for another penalty here in favour of Dubai Wolves by Cafu. And the umpires actually put a ball down on the 60-yard line. Wolves were possibly hoping for something a little bit further forward, but a defensive play. Potentially dangerous, so it's not a spot, it's going to be a 60. A penalty 4 here now for Benko Pinello. 9-6 is the score and just under 2.5 minutes left to play. So we have Benko Pinello circling round up onto this one here now. Taking a couple of practice swings. Being solid on his penalty so far. Didn't get his corner first time, but his penalties otherwise have been 100%. Goes with the driving shot. He drives this one and in towards the goal it goes, but this time it's drifted towards the right-hand side, but we get a whistle on the play. Umpire's just conferring. Must have been something going on off the play possibly there. Polo comes in with that one there. Drives it, it goes wide to the right-hand side. And it looks like we had a yellow card handed out on that one there. A yellow card against Banco Pinello. So the ball's teed up here now by Tommy Beresford, and we have a 2-minute sin bin. For Banco Pinello, so it's going to be 3 against 4. 2.5 minutes left to play. So Beresford goes with a long shot here. He drives this one up forward, up the front door. That one goes, but first to surface on that one there is going to be Laborde. Sends a backhand, cut out of it a little bit there by Patowski, but it's Hussein. Hussein comes into it, but the steal comes in there by Beresford. We get a whistle on the play. Beresford thought he was clean on it. Did Hussein change that line? You see, he's just come here there. Hussein was facing with the ball out towards the boards, and we get a penalty here now in favour of Dubai Wolves by Cafu. And this being moved up here now. For a 5B, a midfield penalty. We've got Pinello down there at the bottom end. As he is in his sin bin, he has 2 minutes to wait. He'll be able to come back on at 21 seconds. In the meantime, they're just picking up a shoe from the polo field. So the ball now to be teed up there by Santiago Laborde. Before we get this underway once again, 3 against 4. Laborde gonna have to box a little bit clever here now. Let's have Tors up the front there trying to look after Patowski. Brought in here now, gets that one away from Lukin. So basically 3 on 3 here once again, but Lukin's coming back at him here. He has Beresford in front, goes forward, weaves through the traffic, comes one way, comes the other way, steers too much of that one there to Beresford. Beresford tries to come away with it. Lukin sends a little backhand out into open territory. First to surface on it though is going to be Laborde. The backhand comes in. Hussein turns quickly round up onto that one here. Takes that one out wide, out towards the boards, and it is keeps it in play. Does Hussein there with Lukin. Lukin comes in, round in front, and we get a whistle on that play. Lukin thinking that the line hadn't changed off the boards. Let's see what we see on the replay. Let's have a look to see where the ball is. Oh, there's a lot of tittle-tattle going on. You see the ball has changed slightly, and Hussein got himself created onto the new line. And we get another whistle on that one there. So this what could have been a 60 or could have been a 40. Certainly, definitely going to be a penalty 2 here now. A penalty 2 in favour of Dubai Wolves by Cafu. So we have Hussein comes up to this one here now, drives, he shoots, and through the goal it is for another one on the board there for Dubai Wolves by Cafu. Making it 10 goals it is to Dubai Wolves by Cafu and 6 to the UAE. A 1 minute 30 on the clock. And he's still got another minute to wait before he can come back out. He's anxious on the side of the field as Banco Pinello, but not a lot that he can do. Whilst his team have to fight it out in front of him here as Matthias lines the two teams up in the line-out. Comes away with it, there does Habtor. Gets away from Lukeen, gets a bit of protection, takes that forward. It's picked up here now by Hussein. Being hunted down there by Lukeen out there on the boards there with Hussein. Straightens it up and sends that ball up forward here now, but first to come up on it is going to be Potovsky on the play, checks up, near side backhand, send it back down the boards. Up there for Lukeen. Lukeen picks this up. Oh, and he didn't, but the backhand comes in there by Habtor, and it's well intercepted and picked up here now by Beresford. Beresford goes with a long shot to drive that one up forward, but there's nobody up the front door, and the first back onto it is going to be Laborde once again. Laborde checks up on this play here, pulls Beresford into him, comes away with it the other way from him, opens up the backhand, changes the direction of flow of play there for Hussein to come onto. Hussein looks to pick up the play, and it's now going to be Lukeen to pick it up here now. Lukeen, Monteverde up in front of goal, and we have Pinello coming back out onto the field, and the flags are off, so we have another goal on the field here now for UAE. 7 goals it is to UAE, 10 goals it is to Wolves. And the teams, as the clock tick-tocks down, there's not really time for him to get back into play and the ball to be thrown in, so the teams congratulating and thanking each other for our first of our semi-finals, and there goes the hooter, ladies and gentlemen. So running out the winners, it is Dubai Wolves by Cafu, 10 goals over UAE 7. So as the teams congratulate each other, a very happy camp down there with the Wolves. A much stronger organisation here this year, with all three players bringing ponies out this season, rather than just mounting, with just 2 players mounting each other, or mounting themselves rather, and the third player being mounted by the Wolves this year. All 3 pros bringing a number of horses with them, and there we have the result. After chukker number 1, it was 1 goal apiece. After chukker number 2, it was 3 goals to 1. After chukker number 3, it was 5 goals to 3. At the chukker number 4, it was 5 to 7. But at the end there, chukker number 5, it was 10 goals to Dubai Wolves by Cafu, 7 by UAE. And there you have a very happy and content Habtor, patron there of Dubai Wolves by Cafu, being given the rightful congratulations. And there is, of course, Santi Laborde. Hussein rather, Felix Hussein, getting the same. A very happy team indeed. And so rightfully so. Very happy team indeed. It's the first time they have actually got through to the finals of the Gold Cup here now for Dubai Wolves by Cafu. They have Benka. Had that horrible feeling of literally watching the last 2 minutes from the sideline whilst his team hunted out, getting big congratulations there by Nico Petraki, who's organising the team there this year. And once again, done a great job. Tommy Uriarte congratulating them. The polo manager here at Al Habtoor Polo Resort Club. Grant from here at the club, and back here this season. And now we'll just go through to a few of the best goals for our Polo Line viewers. Benka Pinello on this one here now. Backhand came in there by Lukeen, stole it on the near side, played that backhand, absolute cracker. Great way for them to open up. And here we have here now, coming forward on it, was the one and only Santi Laborde. Very strong, very safe for this team, and once again Laborde at the top end there. And you see Lukeen coming back at him, so he has to reach out a long way and just gives that a gentle nudge there, using the momentum of the pony as well, and that was more than enough to put another one away there for Santiago Laborde. And here we have Pinello on the move here now. Ball popped up in the air, takes it in the air and says thank you very much indeed down the scoreboard end. And tries to get onto that one there. He heard the call, did Hussein, but the call didn't need for the pass. He just shadowed that one all the way through the goal, did Ben Capinello. Nice goal there by Felix Hussein. And onto it they are. This was a Laborde just teasing with the play there. And then found a little bit of a window and put it through beautifully. He did Santiago Laborde, with the final score being 10-7. And our stats here of the match. We have 10-7, with Wolves running out the winners. Field goals, 2 apiece. Throw-ins certainly controlled there by the Wolves. Fouls committed, 6 apiece, that's all it was. 3 apiece there. 3 goals from 3 from the penalties, 1 from 2 for UAE. And yellow cards, we did actually have a couple of yellow cards, hence Benka had to sit down for a few minutes. And so that there is our first semi-final. And at 4 o'clock we'll be going into our next semi-final as we see a very jubilant camp there from Dubai Wolves by Cafu, and rightfully so. And they'll go through to see who will be the winner of our next match here this afternoon between Polo and Bangash. They have Nico Petraki join them, and rightfully so too. Great wealth of experience Nico has spent a lot of time there with the Bindrai team, and Tommy Ariati joined them as well. All part of the team that makes it all happen, and thank you very much indeed to all the grooms and everybody behind the scenes to making it all happen for the players on the field, groundsmen and everybody else. And so I'll have the revised stats here now. We have 5 field goals to 4, and the throw-ins 15-6. Certainly well controlled there by Wolves today. Fouls committed again. Even Stevens half time, it was 6 apiece, now 11 apiece. Penalties 5 from 6, 3 from 5. And of course, 1 corner he didn't quite manage to get, did Benker at the beginning of the match. And we had 2 yellow cards for Benker, that's why he had to sit down, and a yellow there also for the UAE too. And so now for myself, Adam Snowden, and Polo Line, we look forward to you tuning in for our next semi-final to see who will go forward to play against Dubai Wolves. Will it be Bangash or will it be Habtoor? So please tune in, and we'll be back with you at 4 o'clock.